when is persistence really desirable, and when is it just pure doggedness leading to nowhere? That is, I think, what is difficult for most of us to comprehend, because everybody says you persist, you keep on going, and in the process of keep on going, you just can't find any avenue. You've done the 10,000 tries of the light bulb like Edison did, and you still on the 10,001 haven't gotten anywhere. And you don't want to be 3 feet from gold. You don't want to discover that the minute you gave up, somebody else actually or something else would have happened, and you would have just been, successful, victorious, whatever it is you want to be. You would have hit your target. So at which point do you actually say, this is going beyond, ordinary persistence, and there is nothing to be had here? I actually think that for the most of us, it has to do with your contacts, your people, your trusted advisors. That if you have continued and you have shared it with your trusted advisors, and masterminding can't come up with anything else, it may be time to, call time on it, or at least move on to something else. Now, if you're the Steve Jobs of this world, that is not going to be quite the same thing. Why? Because they are creative types, and they had a different focus. So it really depends on your focus. It really depends on what you're after. But for the most of us, if you look around and say, okay, who are my trusted advisors? Can I brainstorm with you? Can we look at this problem from every possible angle and see if there's a solution? It might be time for you to kind of like put it to bed for a while and then maybe revisit it if something else turns up. One of the examples I give is the other day, my pet companions, 2 cats, as I'm sure you know, Macintosh and Lilo. For about 12 to 18 months, they were really, really not happy, displeased, inappropriate elimination, as it's called. And I had done everything I knew how. Behaviorist, went to everybody, and all of a sudden I was talking to somebody. This was on something completely different. It was a business talk, and we got around to talking about our companions, and said, oh, by the way, why don't you try an animal communicator? I think I may have told you this in another post. I tried the animal communicator, which a lot of people would say, hey, it is the best thing since sliced bread, at least for us. We are now perfectly happy. They're now purring somewhere on the, here, because it's a nice, cool fall day in Toronto. And they're thinking this is the life. They're much happier. Even when I'm traveling and I get back, they are much, much, much happier. And that's all it took. Another perspective from somebody else who totally had nothing, to do with this, and no input whatsoever. So, at the same time, you do want to be able to give it your all, give it every solution, cover everything, brainstorm with anybody, who you trust, who would likely give you some answers. So it's always important to actually have a completely open mind. Otherwise, you end up procrastinating. You know what they say about procrastination? It's putting off till tomorrow what you should have done last year. That simply won't do. You want to keep on acting. And the problem with for a lot of us being active types is that we're told that we should get on with it. We should keep on going. We should keep on pressing. We should keep on pressing. But sometimes you just feel it's not going anywhere. Open up, be open, talk to people, look at other avenues, brainstorm, network, and make good use of your quiet times, meditation. You'd be surprised at where your answers would come from. Okay, and that note, share this with all your friends, like the page on Facebook, and join our fabulous team. Bye.